Tezos versus Ethereum consensus layers. How they differ. Ethereum and Tezos have a lot in common. Their main similarity is that they can both be used as platforms for decentralized applications through smart contracts. After the long-awaited consensus layer update, Ethereum will switch to the proof-of-stake consensus algorithm, making it even more similar to Tezos. Let's look at their relative pros and cons, their similarities and differences, and their platforms for DApps. But first, let's explain what the Ethereum consensus layer is. The Ethereum consensus layer update aims to bring the platform's scalability, speed, and accessibility to as many users as possible. By introducing several significant changes to the Ethereum blockchain, the developers plan to solve the protocol's main problems. The Ethereum update is being released in several stages. The first stage was the Beacon Chain fork, which implemented token staking, a key feature of the future POS consensus protocol. It currently operates separately from the main network. The Merge fork, which integrates the Beacon chain with the Ethereum mainnet, is expected in the second half of 2022. This will mark the end of proof-of-work consensus for Ethereum and the complete transition to proof-of-stake. The final stage of the transition will be the Shard Chains fork, which should play a key role in scalability. The update will split the main chain into segments, significantly speeding up the network. Shard chains should ship sometime in 2023 depending on how quickly work progresses after the merge. These shards will give Ethereum more capacity to store and access data, but they won't be used for executing code. Now, let's have a look at Tezos. Tezos is an open-source blockchain protocol whose network initially operated according to the principles of the proof-of-stake consensus algorithm. The Tezos blockchain now uses a modernized POS model called Liquid Proof of Stake. Tezos was created by Arthur Brightman in 2014, with the mainnet starting in 2018. Tezos is an alternative platform for building and running DApps. Dozens of applications are already running on the Tezos network, although the total aggregate value of the sector is significantly lower than that of Ethereum. It has continued to grow over the past few years and has attracted the crypto community's attention. After the merge upgrade and the transition to the Ethereum consensus layer, the Tezos and Ethereum blockchains will have a lot in common, from their consensus mechanisms to the primary purposes of their platforms. Let's explore these two blockchain platforms' main parameters and features and compare them. The Ethereum consensus layer will use classic proof of stake. It requires a minimum of 16,384 validators, making it much more decentralized and secure. Tezos LPOS works on similar principles to the proof-of-stake mechanism in the Ethereum consensus layer. Daniel Larimer developed Liquid Proof of Stake in 2014 to get around the problem of only the rich, those with a lot of coins, having the ability to keep the network running, receiving more rewards as they get richer. Liquid Proof of Stake in Tezos allows regular users to delegate their XTZ to the validators, maintain network consensus, and earn rewards. Delegators do not lock their assets and do not move them to contract addresses to take part in the delegation. There are currently over 380 active bakers and over 100,000 delegators on the Tezos network. Validators use about 75% of the XTZ issued. Let's explore on-chain governance and upgrades. Ethereum is now being supported and developed by the Ethereum Foundation, a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting Ethereum and related technologies. Every update on the network requires a fork, which must be accepted by all network participants who plan to continue the validation process. The Ethereum Improvement Proposal can be used to improve and change the rules of the network. Any member of the Ethereum community can create an EIP by writing technical specifications, principles, proposed changes, and goals. The community will decide whether there is a need for a fork in the network. This mechanism will remain unchanged after the Ethereum consensus layer update. Tezos also supports improvement proposals. Community members can create and offer their improvement proposals to the network. However, these seamless updates are not forks. Proposals accepted through a community vote are finalized and implemented in the main network without hard forks, thus ensuring the smooth operation of the Tezos network. Another important aspect of the blockchain comparison is scalability. The Ethereum consensus layer will run on shard chains, 64 parallel chains coordinated by beacons. Thus, the load on each individual chain will be significantly reduced. This should facilitate faster transaction processing, comparable to that of centralized networks and payment systems such as Visa, MasterCard, etc. The Ethereum consensus layer promises to complete up to 100,000 transactions per second, which is faster than their current rate. Tezos' current rate is over 1,000 transactions per second, but it still has great potential for scalability. Several recent updates to the network have shown that the community can respond quickly to growing transaction costs and speeds by implementing protocol updates. Currently, the transaction speed is faster on the Tezos network. Now, let's look at programming languages. Ethereum works like a virtual machine. The EVM, or Ethereum Virtual Machine, refers to the aggregate power of each of the nodes. The EVM stores and compiles the smart contract codes that users call when interacting with the blockchain via transactions. It has a low-level architecture similar to that of machine code or assembler. This results in some difficulties with the formal verification of the code. Ethereum smart contracts are developed using the high-level programming languages Solidity and Viper. Thanks to a large and developed ecosystem, programmers can choose from many ready-made solutions and tools when creating Ethereum DApps. Tezos was built on the functional programming language Michelson. Michelson is a low-level stack-based programming language that boosts security. Unlike imperative programming languages, functional languages allow the mathematical validation of all smart contracts on the blockchain, where the developer writes specific step-by-step instructions. Tezos was originally designed to facilitate formal verification. The languages LIGO and SmartPy are used to write smart contracts for Tezos. However, because its ecosystem is not very well developed, programmers are forced to create most solutions from scratch. Let's explore and compare the DeFi sectors on both blockchains. Ethereum has the largest ecosystem of applications and projects among all blockchains. This is primarily because the Ethereum network was the first to offer convenient tools for DApps and smart contract developers. It has retained its leadership for many years due to the lack of worthy alternatives. Today, the number of DApps on the Ethereum blockchain exceeds 3,000. A significant number of which have a capitalization of over $1 million. The total capitalization of the DeFi sector has reached $60 billion. Projects such as Uniswap, OpenSea, Compound, and others generate a daily transaction volume on the Ethereum blockchain worth billions of dollars, despite high fees. However, a significant portion of the liquidity has migrated to other networks with the emergence and development of blockchains such as Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Tezos, Cosmos, and many others. This is due to their significantly lower fees and higher transaction processing speeds. The Tezos ecosystem is not nearly as big as that of Ethereum. The DeFi capitalization of the Tezos sector is slightly larger than $50 million, and the number of smart contracts has reached over 20,000. But it must be kept in mind that the development of decentralized applications on the Tezos blockchain only began 2 years ago. The potential of this direction is still very far from full implementation. These conclusions can be drawn from the experience of other blockchains, where several successful new products were able to draw the attention to the whole ecosystem. Famous apps on Tezos include KeePuSwap, Uves, Crunchy Network, Colibri, Vortex, etc. The Ethereum consensus layer and the Tezos look similar but have several fundamental differences. Common features include a consensus algorithm, a focus on ecosystem development, low transaction costs, and a good level of decentralization. However, when choosing the winner of this race, it is worth noting that the Ethereum consensus layer has not been fully implemented yet, not even by 50%, and the final result may differ from what was expected. At the same time, Tezos, thanks to its seamless upgrade mechanism, can be updated easily and may undergo significant changes when the Ethereum consensus layer is released. We have an article about this topic on our blog. Check it out in the description below. We hope you liked this video and learned more about the differences between these two blockchains. Hit the subscribe button now and follow our social media to learn more about blockchain technologies and how they can change the world.